Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Melissa and today is Tuesday, March 30th, 2021. I've had an extremely long week and I thought I'd just go ahead and give you an update. I am laying on my bed right now because my arm got tired holding my phone. I've tried to record like twice now, so I'm hoping this third time is the charm. One of the things that I really wanted to talk about, and kind of the main thing that I wanted to talk about, is, as you can see, my hand's all wrapped up. Last Tuesday, I was running in the park and I got attacked by dogs. So, not to give a whole lot away and all the details and everything, I was just running. They kind of came out of nowhere. I don't even know what direction they came in. I've got multiple bites in different places and a couple of scratches, but the worst out of it was my hand. I've got 6 stitches in my hand, and today was my follow-up appointment with the hand specialist, and going through all that, found out that, again, I'm not going to get all detail-y, but I need to have surgery tomorrow, nerve repair surgery. So I am a little bit, honestly, I'm a little bit scared. And I've fought tears on and off all day just because of I feel like I'm like emotionally exhausted and a little overwhelmed. I've never had surgery before. And again, to kind of spare you all the details for multiple reasons on all of it, I'm just like I just want to get on the road to healing so bad right now. So anyway, the big problems that I've been having is that this is my dominant hand. I'm extremely right-handed, and the last week has been me basically doing most of the things that I need to do with my right hand with my left hand. For example, holding up my camera right now, just taking this video, and my arm got tired, so I went ahead and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna lay down. And so, like, in the middle of the last time I recorded, I'm like, I'm gonna lay down so that it's kind of anchored. So anyway, so that's what I'm doing now, kind of trying to get comfortable-ish. Yeah. So I am going to have surgery tomorrow, and again, nervous and a little scared. I've been very sad all day because I've tried to remain positive throughout all of this. I'm extremely thankful that things didn't end up worse than what they are in all kinds of different ways. I'm extremely thankful. I'm extremely thankful that I still have a job, and I'm extremely thankful that I have such supportive friends. My sister's been amazing. My best friend Tegan, and my friend Adam's been awesome too. He's been helping. Then my coworkers have been fantastic too. It's just, I'm extremely thankful. I'm like so thankful that that this situation is not worse than what it is. But I am, like I said, I'm getting emotionally exhausted, and it's been really hard. So it is currently 10:20. If I haven't said it already, just because I have tried to record this twice before this, if I haven't said it already, today is Tuesday, March 30th. I'm looking up instead of looking down at the camera because the lighting in here is not great, and it's like there instead of way up here. So yeah. Anyway, so Tuesday, March 30th, 2021, 10:20ish, and I I that's basically what's been going on. So I was jogging in the park and I got attacked by dogs, and dealing with all that. And again, I'm not going to talk about a whole lot of the details, but I will tell you this: like, I'm not going to let this keep me down because that's not who I am. And again, I've tried to remain positive throughout this. I'm extremely grateful. I could go on and on about how grateful I am for like everything that's been in my life, but anyway, yeah, so I'm dealing with that, and trying to do things with my left hand that I usually do with my right hand has been very challenging. It's been very difficult. For example, I am an avid note taker. Yeah. mouth's getting dry, which really sucks because I can't have any, I can't eat or drink anything after midnight tonight. And my surgery's in the afternoon tomorrow, so that's gonna really suck. But so anyway, that being said, I'm gonna take a drink really quick. So anyway, yeah, I sat up to take a drink. I am keeping my hand elevated. I'm flexing like the doctor told me to do and everything. And I again, this is my third time recording, so I'm trying to remember what I haven't said this last time. Oh, there goes my phone. Yikes. Anyway, my nose is itchy. I'm sorry, randomly. So I am not looking forward to this, but I am looking forward to healing. I cannot wait to be healing and getting better and like not having to rely on my left hand so much. My note taking has been really difficult. For school, I've asked for some extensions with stuff. It's just a lot. There's just a lot. I'm dealing with a lot. And if I haven't said it yet already, because I may have said it like 3 times already in just this recording, I'm emotionally exhausted. And this has been just a lot. So that is that. So we'll go ahead and we'll move out of somewhat. Let's go ahead and transition over into the other things that I wanted to talk about, the things that are kind of fall under they fall under like the kind of health and well-being and fitness and stuff like that. So I haven't done any exercise since last Tuesday when the attack happened. And but I was hoping that today for the follow-up, I was really hoping for kind of the opposite of the news that I got. I was like, well, I'm thinking with the stitches, maybe the ones in the back of my hand can come out. The ones on the front of my hand might need a little longer, but the ones in the back of my hand for sure. And then when he checked it out, he's like, yeah, you're gonna need nerve repair surgery. And I'm like, what? So it just is crazy. I'm laughing at it because of how like the reactions, like when he was checking my fingers and stuff like that. And I told him that one of them was feeling numb, and the look that he gave me was like, really? And he's like, it's numb. And I'm like, well, if I can feel the pressure, but I can't, like, it's kind of like a pins and needles a little bit when you put your yeah. Anyway, so but he was like, just this look that he gave me, like, really? It's numb? And I'm thinking, yeah. And then he tells me that about having to open it back up again and look at it. And I'm like, really? So it's just, yeah, even my sister and I were even both like, now? And he's like, so tomorrow surgery. And I'm like, okay. So, and again, I'm not going to give you all the details because there are so many reasons, but, I'll just spare you the details. I'm starting to get a little bit cold here. I'm laying here in my bed and I'm a little chilly. So anyway, yeah, I am, here, let me pause. And suddenly she was cold. So yeah, anyway, so this went in, like I said, this went kind of in the opposite direction that I wanted it to go in. I was really hoping for more positive, like road to recovery and healing kind of news, and instead I got more surgery. So we'll see how that goes. Well, not more like I've had some, but more work, I should say, more work being done on my hands. So anyway, so I've put working out on the back burner. There's just been so much more that I've had to think about and everything. It's not that I've given up, but it's that I've had other things going on, obviously. So there's that. Schoolwork has been, I don't know if I've mentioned this yet. I don't even know if I should like keep going because like I've tried to re-record so many times, but yeah. So if I haven't said so, schoolwork has been rough. Taking notes has been very difficult with my left hand. Very, very difficult. Like we had an 8-page reading to do in my art appreciation class, and 8 pages, just 8 pages reading, and I was trying to take notes on them. I was trying to read and take notes while I was reading it, and it took me like an hour and a half to take notes because I'm writing with my left hand and I'm so not left-handed. So uh, we have kind of had a couple of chuckles about my 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 notes with my left hand being more legible than my notes with my right hand. So that was kind of a funny haha because I'm trying so hard to make them legible with my left hand and I'm not used to writing with it. And it's a lot different than my quick scrawl that I have with my right hand. But so that's been hard. I've asked for some extensions with school, so I'm hoping. I know one professor said it was okay. Um, the other one, I haven't gotten a reply back, but I'm hoping that will be. I'm trying to think of what else. Again, if I haven't said it already, I've got to keep my hand elevated and flex my fingers. So I've been doing that. I've also had a couple of chuckles from some people at work because I've like stuck my hand like straight up in the air and they're coming in and seeing my hand straight up in the air and I'm like doing this and then I've had a couple of parents, well one in particular, but and a couple of coworkers where I'm like I've just got my hand up and I'm doing this and they're like bye, hi, and all that and I'm like yes, or I'll just have my hand up and they'll be like you have a question? They're teasing me, so it's great. But anyway, yeah, so it's been a heck of a week. It's been a heck of a week, and I'll return back to I'm super grateful for everything and all the support that I've gotten and everything. And I'm sure that I'll continue to get because I've got really great people in my life. I'm just feeling stressed out, really super stressed out, and but I'm super looking forward to having my being able to actually use my right hand again. I cannot wait. But sometimes when this stuff happens, it's the hurry up and wait game. And so, it's just a matter of doing that. Just, yeah, trying to be patient while I'm healing and everything and taking things one step at a time. It's rough. But again, I'm so grateful again, and I'm hoping that this is the same recording again. I'm so grateful that it's not worse than what it was because it could have been so much worse. It could have been so much worse in so many different ways. But we're at where we're at. So that's not. I can't say it's not bad. It's just not. It's not horrible. I'm still alive. Everything's fine as far as that goes. I'm still able to have a job, all this other. So I probably already mentioned this before in this round of recording, so I won't go into that. But so to get back to the whole health and fitness, like I said, I haven't worked out in about a week, but after the surgery, probably not the next day, just because according to my boss, who's had she's experienced in the surgery department. She said that, and this particular doctor too, go figure. She said that he won't let me work the next day because I was like, well, maybe I can come back the next day. And she's like, oh no, he's not going to let you. And he's like, plus, with the pain medication that you might still, be coming off of and all this other whatever. It's just, yeah, I'm going to have some recovery time off. So, yeah, but I mean, luckily though, on the bright side, my job is going to be off for Good Friday, which is Friday the 2nd coming up here. So on the bright side, I'll have plenty of recovery time and hopefully enough presence of mind. I don't even, like I said, I've never had surgery before. This is the first time, so I don't know what it's going to be like. But hopefully I'll be okay and I'll be able to still give it my best shot at taking notes for my class because we've got a lot of things going on, particularly in art. Like Spanish is something that this is my 3rd semester taking Spanish online. third term, I should say, because it was summer 2020, fall 2020, and now it's spring 2021. So my 3rd term. And so the setup's the same. Like it's a great, like he's Dr. I won't say his name because I don't know if I can, but the my Spanish professor, who's got his doctorate, so doctor, he he's fantastic. He's got a great sense of humor. He's really nice. He's really great working with me with stuff. And the way he's got his online class set up is just so, I almost want to say foolproof, like almost perfect. It's really good. The only thing that I wish that I had, which I get it from him because he's so good about getting back to me whenever I have questions and stuff like that. But I kind of wish that I had more interaction. And I'm way better of a learner when I'm in a classroom setting. To an extent, just because, like, you get that interaction, and if you have a question in the moment, you can ask your question in the moment, and rather than it fleeting, because you're trying to do your homework. But anyway, the way he's got it set up, it's super great. It's great structure. It's good information. Usually there aren't very many mistakes that he's put on there, because like, it's really sound. It's a very like structurally sound online class, and the information's there and everything. It's just really awesome. So anyway, so that one, I'm just because I'm familiar with the format by now, like big time, that one's not going to be too bad. And like I said, I did ask for an extension and he gave me one, so that'll be better. It's just the writing. I'm primarily a reading and writing learner, uh, with some visual thrown in there for sure. And I have to write with my left hand. It's just really hard. So, um, and my art professor actually recommended that if how I study is by taking notes, then he's encouraging me to go ahead and continue to take notes, because if that's what's effective for me, then I need to do it, even though it might be with my left hand to be difficult. And it's really hard. So there's that. So I'm not looking forward to that challenge. But again, it's a challenge. This whole situation is challenging, and um, you know, I don't know. I don't know if it was Steve Harvey that said it originally, or if he was just quoting somebody who has said it. But he said that, up until now, your success rate for surviving is 100%. So that's where I'm at. Basically, like, I've lived through some things, and I'm like, again, try to stay positive and everything, because there's so much to be thankful for. And it is stressful. It is. I'm going to call it what it is. It's extremely stressful, and there are factors of it that, like, there are factors of this that just totally spark a lot of negative emotion. Um, but I'm trying not to let that take over, you know what I mean? So, whew, it's chilly in my room. Anyway, so there's that. But I'm gonna go ahead, at least after the first full day of recovery, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm at least going to go back. If the doctor says that I can, I'm gonna go back to the gym, and I'm going to walk on the treadmill or whatever, something that, where I don't have to, like, I can still move my body. And man, 20 minutes, good God. So, I've been talking for 18 minutes and 45 seconds, so sorry about that. But anyway, I'm planning on getting back to the gym, and even if it's light cardio exercise, walking on the treadmill, I'm going to do that. I actually, like, I guess this can be confessions of someone who's been attacked by dogs now. I never thought that it would be dogs. For some reason, that just never ever crossed my mind. I thought, some weird guy on drugs at the park, sure. A goose, sure, but not dogs. I never thought dogs. I don't even know why that never crossed my mind to get attacked by dogs. Just never was. It's never something. But so that happened. And one of my things was I really wanted to get back out there and run or walk or something. Like, I want to get back out there because I'm training for the St. Jude run in July. And I, I can only do so much right now. But I thought, well, and this sounds crazy. To me, to me it's kind of crazy, but at the same time it makes sense. I'm thinking as much as I'd really love to get out there and keep going in at least like even if it's just walking, even if it's just keeping moving, I'd really like to get out there. Plus I love the fresh air and how beautiful it is. And ironically, that morning I was like thinking about walking in a different park or thinking about just not doing it because it was getting later than I normally do it. And I'm like, no, I love this park because it's always nice and calm and quiet. like, like however long, like, 20, 30 minutes later, barking and screaming and everything. It was crazy. So, anyway, so, so anyway, I want to get back out there, but because I have a bum hand, I'm honestly there. I actually have a concern that what if by some stupid, odd freak chance, I get attacked by dogs again and I can't fight them off as well because I have only one decent hand that's working. Like, I mean, you're going to do what you're going to do, but that really sucks. So, I talked about like maybe getting like mace or pepper spray or something like that. And my best friend bought me some pepper spray. So I'm planning on bringing that with me in the future. Um, so that's going to be a thing. I just never thought dogs. It's so crazy. But anyway, yeah, so and I love dogs too. I love them. I just, that's happened. So uh so there's that. So I'm planning on getting back on track. So I do want to talk, even though I don't know if I touched base about the scale yet, because I was planning on actually talking about my scale. If I haven't already, I'll try to keep it brief. In the last month or so, maybe 2 months, every time I weigh myself, I usually, like what I've been doing basically since I got my scale, is that I'll step on the scale twice to make sure that the weight is correct. Um, and if it shows me the same weight twice in a row, I'm like, okay, that's my weight. Well, the last month or so, it has been giving me all kinds of different answers. So all kinds of different numbers. So and not like crazy crazy, but like probably within about 5 pounds of uh, the like on a scale of numbers from like the lowest to the highest that it gives me, like it'll be like a 5 pound range, 4 to 5 pound range, and that's just so not okay when you're trying to keep track of your weight. So I need to get a new scale, so that one sucks. But talking about personal victories, and I know I haven't talked about this yet in any of my recordings, I'm super excited because I don't know. Okay, so I'm not excited about this, but I don't know if I've actually really mentioned it before in a previous video or not. But I am addicted to food. I have a food addiction, and all those noises coming from outside. The cats must be up to something. Um, Anyway, so I've got food addiction. I'm battling food addiction now because it's something that I've known that I've had for a few years, but it hasn't been very like really 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 real until a couple weeks ago, and it's been something that like now that I'm like aware of it and I've done some research, uh now that I'm actually like really acknowledging it and I've done some research, um so many things. It's so crazy. It's just like it's so eye-opening. I've paid attention to some stuff, and so last week I had set a goal. I think it was last Sunday. I set this goal for Monday through Monday essentially, that I wasn't going to binge eat all week. Then I got attacked by dogs on Tuesday, so I was like, oh God. But you know what? I am super proud to say that I did not binge eat for an entire week. So I'm really excited about that. And for a little over a week, I did overeat on Sunday, as in I ate too much food throughout the entire day. Lots of calories, and the kind of food I ate wasn't very good for me, but I did not binge eat. And that's huge because one of the things that I usually look forward to is eating a lot of food. I love eating. So I'm dealing with that. And I'm happy to say that I didn't binge eat all last week, so I'm super pumped about that. Yay! And for anybody who overeats and or binges, if anybody knows that they actually knows that they have a food addiction, stuff like that, or whatever. I mean, you know how big of a deal that is too. So that's kind of tough, and it's even kind of hard to talk about having a food addiction. Like that's kind of hard to talk about just because it's something really small, and it's not small. It's something that you wouldn't think. It's something that you wouldn't. I don't know. To me, it's just like it's weird. It's like so scratch that. It's not that it's small. It's something that just it's like you have to eat to live, and so like I said, I've talked about this for like on and off for the last 4 years with certain people that I really love and trust, and it's hard to talk about because of the shame aspect of it, and like saying that, like admitting that you have an addiction is something. And then for me, it's like admitting that you have an addiction to food is just like, I don't know. For me, it's just weird because it's like, it's hard to describe, but anyway, so yeah, so I'm addicted to food. And I've even had a couple people around me, including my boss, even like acknowledge that, and that's hard. And so like I said, I've done the research, and I know kind of like, and I even like looked up this one. There was this one, I call it kind of a little bit of a BS article because they were talking about food addiction, but they were talking about, okay, so find out what kind of eater you are. Are you this eater? Like they're like, I've broken it down to like, you'd be one of 5 types of eaters. And so out of the 5 types, I'm like 4.5 types of these eaters. And it's like, I'm not just one type. I do this, this, and this, and this, and this. So it's not, at least for me, and I'm assuming for a lot of other people, it's not a type of eater that you are. You might follow a pattern, but I really feel like if you're really addicted to food, there's a good chance that you're not just one of these things. You're probably several of these things. So anyway, yeah, so I'll talk more about that in a future video, but I just wanted to update whoever cares. So whoever likes to watch my videos and watch me ramble on and on about this stuff, just give you kind of an update of what's going on. So according to my scale, kind of summation of this video, as again, I will repeat, I am having surgery on my hand tomorrow for nerve repair. I have not worked out for the last week. I am planning on getting back into it, maybe a day or two after my surgery, just because I don't know what the recovery time is supposed to be looking like. And also I need to talk to the doctor about that. Hopefully I won't forget to ask him. And even if I do, I'm sure that I can call and leave a message and ask him about it. I, as far as the scale's concerned, my wacky scale right now, that's probably busted in a way. I am like, as of my last weigh in, which was, I think Monday, which was yesterday. Like I said, it's just, it feels like it feels like it could be later in the week. Like it's been such a really like long couple of days even. So, but I am getting off subject. When I weighed myself, I think this was yesterday. It might've been the day before yesterday, early. I weighed in at, let me think here. It was the first time it was 230.0 on the dot. So that gives me an overall gain of 2.6 pounds, if I'm not mistaken. And then the second time I weighed, it was 232.8. So nearly 3 pounds more than the first time I weighed, literally back to back. Like both of these are probably within a minute and a half of each other, just depending on how long the scale took to like reset and all that. So anyway, it's extremely frustrating when your scale's not working properly and everything. But again, despite the issues that I'm going through right now, I did not binge eat. God, and it was so cool too, because one of the reasons why I set that goal for myself was something my sister and I were watching. It was like a Reddit reader kind of thing. And it was gatekeeping, and the gatekeeping was somebody said that they were sober. Somebody posted on social media that they were sober for 13 years, and then some other person commented on it like, 13 years, that's cute, try 29 or something like that. And I'm thinking, I'm proud of this person for being sober for whatever it was. It could have been alcoholism, it could have been meth, who knows what it was, but but I'm proud of this person for being sober. And 13 years, that's amazing, And like, why would someone belittle them instead of just being supportive? And I look at my sister, we're going back and forth. I'm like, how dare them say that? And I'm like, I can't even imagine going a week without binge eating. And like, that almost made me cry. Just saying that out loud. Like, I'm like, that's gonna make me cry. So that was actually one of the reasons why I set the goal that I did. I'm like, I'm not gonna binge eat for a whole week. And I haven't yet. So like I said, I overate throughout the day on Sunday, but I did not binge eat. I didn't eat a bunch of food in a really short period of time all at once. I didn't gorge myself like I tend to. I tend to just like, when I binge eat, I stuff it down like way beyond full and not feeling like comfortable and just want to, yeah, it's just bad. So anyway, so that's my victory. Uh, and trying to maintain this positive attitude going through this situation. And it's hard. The bite on my ankle is extremely itchy. It's really itchy. Like, I really want to scratch it, but and my toe is kind of just gently grazing it right now. I really just want to dig into it though. It's like if you've ever had like a mosquito bite and it's really itchy, and you just scratch and scratch and scratch. Like, that's the feeling that I have right now. It's so itchy, but yeah, so that sucks. But anyway, yeah, again, I'm dealing with this. I'm super thankful that I've had so many people that have been so supportive and helpful and encouraging and everything. And so thankful for so many other things, but I'm gonna go ahead and hang it up there. It's been 32 minutes. I hope I touched base on everything that I wanted to this time, because like I said, this is like the third true go round for recording. Like, I'd say something, like I'd be recording and then I'd say something that I didn't want to be in the video, and yeah, so I'm gonna post this here shortly. So anyway, again, I am not. It is. Let's see here. It's been a little over 30 minutes. It's almost 11 o'clock at night. I don't get to eat or drink anything after midnight, which really blows. And then my surgery is not until frickin' the afternoon tomorrow, and I have to be at the hospital to check in because I have to have like a rapid COVID test. Um, I have to be there at like 11:15 in the morning, and my surgery is not scheduled until I think 2:45. Isn't that freaking crazy? So, and I was trying not to give away too many details because I'm not sure how much I should give away and whatever, but man, like, that sucks. So anyway, yeah, and I won't be able to eat or drink until after the surgery sometime. So sometime in the evening, I guess. So yeah, they're like, you can swish water, you can brush your teeth and you can swish water and spit it out. And I'm like, well, that sucks. So anyway, my mouth's dry just talking for, the last half an hour, like one water break. So anyway, that's it. I just wanted to touch base. I will tell you this, it is beautiful outside. Like, the weather, it's still a teeny tiny bit chilly where I am, or at least for me, because I get cold easily. And but it's really beautiful. The sun's been shining for the most part, a little bit overcast here and there, but for the most part, the sun has been shining. It's just gorgeous. So spring has definitely sprung. I'm super pumped about that. It's lovely. In fact, Sunday I went outside and I told my sister, because I was getting kind of antsy. I said, I'm going to go stand in the sunlight. And she's like, okay. So I stood on my porch and just closed my eyes and just let the sunlight it was so nice. It was just so nice. Just for maybe a minute or so, and then I went back in. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to getting active again, especially with the beautiful weather. I will be more prepared to fend off dogs if necessary whenever I go back out or whatever. And then, I do have my gym membership, so I can get on a treadmill and walk at least. So I'll be doing that, whatever it takes. And I'm just gonna go from there. Hopefully everything will work out for the best. And I'll just continue to be doing everything that I need to be doing, you know, overall, for overall well-being, for all kinds of different categories in my life that falls under. So anyway, that's it. Yeah, 35 minutes. Woot woot. I need to go to bed. I'm in bed. I need to go to sleep. So yeah, so I hope this didn't bore you to death, and if you stay till the end, I commend you. That's fantastic. And that's great. So I would love to encourage you to do the best you can with your goals, set new ones if you need to, or reset old ones, tweak them however you need to, because sometimes you need to take a step back or lower your goals a little bit. That's a thing. Won't talk about that because I've been going on for a while. But just, yeah, recently listened to a motivational video, and they were talking about adjusting your goals down when you need to. Like, don't be afraid to adjust them down. Like, if you need to take them down a notch, go ahead. So it's really neat. Like, because usually don't get that. Usually you're like, you get your aim high and stuff. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to get right into that, and then we're going to spend another half an hour talking about stuff. So, yeah, so I will give you an update as soon as I can and let you know how everything's going. Appreciate all the support from everyone involved, including you if you're watching my videos and following my journey. That's fantastic. So anyway, once again, I'm coming around full circle to the ending here. Why not make it a full 40, right? Haha. Anyways, a full 40 minutes. Yeah. No. So I encourage you, just, make good choices. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to get to my little closeout there because I'm a fancy YouTuber. Make good choices, be your best self, and live your best life. I will talk to you in the future shortly. If by some odd chance something goes horribly wrong, I love y'all. I love the world. There's lots of love in my heart. Just, yeah, like, yeah, I know it's super low chance that anything like that's gonna happen, but you never know. My mom was part of the 5% that didn't make it after stints, so whatever, it can happen. People have to make up that 5%, so, or whatever percentage might happen. So doubtful, but you never know. Anyway, yeah. So once more, make good choices, be your best self, live your best life, and I will talk to you in the future. Bye. Awkward smile.